Hi guys, it's Numi here, and I've had a few requests after the last few videos to show you my sovereign collection. And it certainly isn't the biggest or the best or the most valuable, but it's coming along nicely, and I can't complain. So let's take a look at what I've managed to accumulate so far in various proofs and slabs and bullion sovereigns. Yum, yum, yum. So I was listening to a Coin Week podcast in the car on the way home, and if you look up iTunes and Coin Week, you'll see that every week now they're producing a podcast about some interesting subject or other. And one of the things they said this week was that you Americans, and it's mostly Americans who thankfully watch my channel, you need to really look out for other opportunities outside of the average American kind of coins and bullion, because and they particularly mentioned European gold, particularly pre-1930 European gold, where there's still lots of opportunities to find value and to find interesting things. And one of the key things in that particular area is sovereigns. And I would certainly recommend that you go hunting for one or two sovereigns to add to your collection of American gold eagles and buffaloes and all these kind of things. They really are very interesting coins. And at the moment, and this may very well change, the numismatic premium on them, apart from some of these proofs, is actually fairly low. So let's take a look. So yeah, let's just pick a few out which are kind of notable. So here's the 1989, and the 1989 is, as I've said before in a couple of videos, I think it is the best modern sovereign design. It kind of mimics a sovereign which is 1589 and does a very good job. So you've got the sovereign and the larger double sovereign for the 89. But let's have a look at some of the others. So you saw the other day this one. Yeah, this is the one you saw the other day. So this is like a bullion version of the 2005. And let's have a focus on that. And then let's have a look at the proof 2005. Yeah, so you can see both of them together. So you can see there were two coins. There was the bullion one on the left and the proof one on the right. The proof one sells for roughly 400 and something pounds, maybe 450 pounds, and the bullion one on the left sells for maybe 200, 210. It usually goes for a little bit more than regular bullion because of the design. Let's have a look at the other side. I think, and this shows kind of quite nicely the huge amount of extra workmanship that the Royal Mint put into their proof coins. This one has a single strike on the machine, and then the proof one has anything up to 6 times the strike. And hand finishing, and every one of these is put on and off the machine by hand rather than on a conveyor belt. And obviously far fewer of the proofs produced, but they do have quite a big premium attached to them. So let's take a look at some of the others. Let's take a look at the 2002. Where's the 2002? Yeah, so 2002, and we can do the same thing. So this one is one that I picked up as a bullion, so it doesn't have a particularly high grade. So I picked it up at bullion, had it graded, and it got an MS63. The 2002 has the shield pattern on the back, mimicking the Victorian shield patterns. So we can find one of those somewhere. So St George, St George, St George. Yeah, so there we go, that's the original Victorian shield pattern, and then you've got the modern 2002 version of the shield as well. So I think it's really nice. It's like a kind of simplified version of it. So that's the BU one, and then that's the proof. So again, the 2002 proof goes for quite a lot of money. So the bullion one is maybe £200, 210, 220, but the proof is anything between 380 and 430, something like that. So quite a high premium. But obviously much nicer coin, nicer presented, but still they're both good, they're both lovely. So let's see what else we've got. Then you've got 2013, where you've got a few different ones. So 2013 in a proof, 2013 made in India by Pamp. There might be another 2013 as well. Then there was another 2013, I think it's over here somewhere. Yeah, so this one I think is a proof coin, but it was sold as brilliant uncirculated, so it was unclear when I bought it whether it was proof or whether it was uncirculated. But they're all three of them are nice coins. So this box is one of the old school boxes for sovereigns. This one is about 1980, mid-1980s, and I had it when I was a kid. I think my dad used it. He collected sovereigns, although they mostly went to pay bills and stuff. But a sovereign in the mid-80s was about £30. Now they're £180, £200. So it would have been nice to keep them. But I remember sometime in the 80s this box was full up with sovereigns, and then eventually they got sold to pay other things. And I thought maybe it would be quite a nice idea to fill it up again. So I've started putting sovereigns in that probably either I won't grade, or maybe I think don't meet the right standard for grading. So I've got a couple that I'm uncertain about. There's a Victorian Younghead 1882, may or may not grade that, may just kind of keep it. 1882 Melbourne. And then there's another one in here. This one's of the 1880 Melbourne that I got the other day in the last video. And I mean, they're beautiful. There's nothing wrong with them at all. They're absolutely beautiful coins. But some of these things may not be of quite the standard that NGC will want in terms of grading. So it may make sense just to keep them in the box and store them, and just collect a dozen of them over a period of time. The ones that are kind of too nice to sell but not nice enough to grade, that kind of thing. So there you have it. That's the Sovereign collection. It's not massive, but it is bigger than some people's and smaller than others, as they say.